Welcome back inside Kerr Hall, everybody. Just getting everything adjusted here properly. Let's get that sorted. Second game ready to go. The Madawaska MadMen unbeaten at 2-0. Taking on the Magnes Spartans, who picked up their first victory last week. I'll go through the lineups as I can. Sorry for being a bit of a rush job. There's Joey Jarvis, Lucas Coleman, see Blaze Wasser out there. And serving is Austin Campion-Smith, the server. And it's the MadMen first on the attack. And the first point goes to Joran Zeman. Ray Cito makes his debut. He's been absent for the first game, so he was actually a returning player from last year for the MadMen. So see what he adds. Jarvis goes on the attack early and wins the first points for the Magnes Spartans. Louis-Pierre Mainville is in the game, the former Canadian international pre-signed. Pedro Zhikoski, the setter. Matthew McGurr is in the game, as I mentioned. Joran Zeman, Mathieu Poulin is there, and Ray Cito as well. And the quick set comes to Poulin. Bit of a joust at the net, and the Spartans can't quite finish the job. Sean Powell, his first action of the season, and it's 2-1 for the MadMen. Campion-Smith with the set to Powell. He puts it off the hands and out of bounds. And just like that, we are tied at 2. Powell, George Mason University. Played professionally 4 years, was with the National B team, and played for the Canadian Youth setup as well. He's the technical director of the Etobicoke Titans team. And the set's to Cito down the pipe, and he pokes it. Now a chance for the MadMen. Poulin takes something off it, and it's enough to find the back side of the court. The MadMen owner and coach Hallie Grossinger, who was the 2016 Ontario Volleyball Association Coach of the Year. And on the Magnes Spartans, she missed last week, but she's here tonight. Brenda Willis, 31 seasons coaching at York University, just recently retired. Interference on the play as Mayville was interfered with on the play, and the point goes to Madawaska, and they are up 4-2. And it's Mathieu Poulin to serve. Powerful spin serve, and it is long, so dipped a little bit too late. There was plenty of spin on it, but just not enough. There's Powell catching a piece of the tape. The set comes to Cito. Let's see what he can do. A joust at the net. Campion-Smith is alert. Sets to Coleman. Manville's there, though, on the block. We saw Soul Machine. They were on the losing end of that 5-set marathon last week. That was to Madawaska, who are 2-0. Spartans 1-1. Nice serve from Manville. The sets to Coleman, but right there, the man from Brazil, Pedro Zhikoski, a member of a 4th place Brazilian under-21 team at the World Championships. Solid since coming here, that's for sure. And it's Manville, 8 years in the Canadian program. And the sets to the back row, Powell. Manville with the lovely play to keep it alive. And let's see what Cito can do. It's off. The Spartans blockers off the antenna. And a point to Madawaska. It's Mayville still on serve. His team's up 7-3 early. And it's Jarvis. Powell finishes, but out of bounds. No touch, says our referee. And Brenda Willis says, yeah, let's set our guys down. Let's talk this out. Let's figure out what's going on, because it's 8-3 for the MadMen. Jarvis was out of his skin last week. He was at the net. He was at the serve. He was finishing. Joey Jarvis was something special to watch for the Spartans last week. Haven't quite found him yet today. Coming back from timeout. We'll see what that does to Mayville on the serve. Takes a little something off at Campion Smith. The quick set. And puts it down, so the timeout is effective. Phil James on the finish, the big middle blocker. And that will send Lucas Coleman back to the line. Been on the junior national team. He played at an under-21 Worlds. Nice spin serve from him. Shukovsky the sets to Cito. Cross court handled well by Wasser. Can't really do much with the transition. And it's Cito again. Coleman keeps it alive, and it's another free ball, but Powell with the error, putting it long and wide. Some nice defending, though, from the Spartans to keep that play going, because Cito was just unloading a few. And it's Shukovsky who's going to serve. That's the piece of the net. Campion Smith has to play it. Sets to Jarvis. This attack goes outside the antenna. So it is out of bounds. And Madawaska is rolling so far. It's 10-5. Campion Smith, the quick set, out of bounds. No touch. Actually, there is a touch, says our referee. After a brief protest from James, Western University alumni. Also played for Team Ontario. He floats the serve. McGurr to Shukovsky. And there's a net violation, as I believe that's Chris McLaughlin. Called on it. McLaughlin into the game, wearing his proper number 2. The first week he had a jersey that had one number on the front and a completely different number on the back. And Shukovsky serves, or sorry, that's Cito serving up an ace. Coleman can't handle it. And it's already a 6-point advantage for the Madawaska MadMen. In charge here so far. Big swing from Cito. Goes long. Is 12-7, so the Spartans have a little work to do. They still have plenty of time, though, to chip away. We'll see what Austin Campion Smith can do. The setter floats it to McGurr. Shukovsky set to Koulay. It's off the hands of Powell and out of bounds. To serve is James Bannison. He's played professionally in Austria and the Netherlands. The sets to Jarvis. Off the hands, still going. Another chance for the Spartans. Jarvis again. It's going to be a free ball. They'll get another crack. Down the pipe comes Coleman. Jarvis going cross court. McGurr handles the spin serve. The set's to Poulin. Partially blocked, but not enough for the Spartans to be able to do anything with it. And Joran Zeman back to serve. Pretty familiar territory as an assistant coach for the Ryerson Rams. As Coleman picks up the point for the Spartans. There's a chance now in transition. Coleman's going to poke it over. Now the MadMen Mayville can't finish off the quick set. Coleman again. And now Powell with authority. Going to get a chance to serve here again. The one-handed set attempt by Zhikoski. Poulin didn't see it coming though. And it is another point for the Spartans as they close the gap. It's now 14-11. And McLaughlin puts this one into the net. Blaze Wasser, the libero, comes back in. And it is Mathieu Poulin from the OUA All-Star in his time at Western University. Also played at Fanshawe, partnership in a number of programs between those two schools. And the serve goes long. Let's see what kind of serve Sean Powell can do. Haven't seen him yet this season. Nice spin serve, catches a piece of the tape. The set's to Zeman from the back row, but the block is there. And the Spartans with the nice point make it 15-13, closing that gap a little bit more. It's Powell again into the net though. Comes Sam Cloak and Eric Corral, former Fleming College player. Cloak still walks in with his Guelph Griffins apparel when he comes into the gym. Now it's Mayville. Ran up a few points earlier in this set. We'll see what he can do this time. Wasser, nice pass, the quick set. And that is the point for the Spartans. And once again, so James, pardon me, 16-14. Lucas Coleman back to serve. Takes a little something off that. The set to Zeman. There's a net violation on the play. So they go back to Madawaska as they restore that 3-point lead. Pedro Zhikoski. Of course, the stereotype is Brazilians play soccer. As Coleman comes down the pipe, but he puts his swing long. And Zhikoski, of course, the World Cup now underway. The Soccer World Cup, mind you, but Brazil also a very good beach and indoor volleyball nation. A well-rounded sporting community, as you can see by Pedro Zhikoski. Clips the piece of the net and picks up the ace. It is 19-14 for Madawaska. Goes straight over the bump set. Corral cross court now in transition. The MadMen bump set. Madison Zito. Going to be be another free ball. And the set's to Zeman. Play still going. Jarvis. Exclamation mark on that point. They need him to get going. We've seen how useful he is and how fun he is to watch. Very exuberant celebrations. It's 19 to 15 for Madawaska. Spartans on serve though. James to Poulet. The set's to Cito. Not much you can do on that, off the blocker's hands and well out of bounds. Cito, the outside hitter, he's played professionally with Lüneburg in Germany. He's also played in France. Quick sets to McLaughlin. Goes out of bounds, no touch. And it was 21 to 15, and the first set is in sight for Madawaska. Cito also played a year on the national B team as a former York Lions player. So certainly a nice addition for Madawaska in their first game, or his first game of the season, but he puts his serve long. Here come Powell and Campy and Smith back in. 21 to 16 the score in favor of the Madawaska MadMen. If you missed earlier, it was over in 3 sets for the first time this season on the men's side. Soul Machine taking care of business against Bounce United. And a set to Zito down the pipe. Are you kidding me? Hoo-ha.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to round 3 of the Toronto Premier League. The women's game 2 will feature Soul Machine and Q2 Panthers.
James Madison waiting for the announcement, but he's going to serve it in now. Floats it to the front court. Over bump. And that leads to the mistake by the Spartans and the timeout as Brenda Willis wants the sitter team down. They trail 23-16 as they take a break here.
Number 9, Emily Buck. Number 10, Sophia Courier. Number 11, Jackie Ellis. Number 12, Katarina Kovacic. And number 13, Nikki Slickmore. And the lineup for the Q2 Panthers. Number 1, Antonia Stathakos. Number 2, Melissa Buddha. Number 3, Caitlin Brennan. Number 5, Lauren Sterling. Number 6, Jesse Mayer. Number 7, Diana Sandor. Number 10, Diana Gray. Number 11, Jacqueline White. Number 12, Janelle Albert. Number 13, Victoria Golfiowski. Number 14, Rebecca Clancy. And number 15, Lauren Delton.
And float serve from Madison. The set's to Powell, tight angle. And they get a second crack at it. The set's to Jarvis. And another nice block. Zeman. It was sitting right up there nicely for him. He thought he could finish, but it drifted below the net. And it is a point for the Spartans. A much needed point. They're 2 points away from losing this first set. And it's Jarvis. He's got to hit a few here to get his team back in the quick set. Mayville is saying no sir to that, and it's 24-17. It is set point. Pretty good crowd here has filtered into Kerr Hall at Ryerson University. And now for the Spartans, pardon me, for the MadMen, it's Liam Gray. Comes in for serving duty once again. And the set's to Coleman. Handled well. Madison, he's going to have a chance to finish. Pardon me, it's Jeremy Fanton who just checked into the game. And that will be the first set. Madawaska MadMen take it pretty quickly, 25-17. They're going to switch ends, and we'll be back in just a few minutes for the second set. Second set about to get underway. Madawaska MadMen took the first one quite quickly and opened. We are ready to go. And Zhukovsky, a line drive serve. Here comes to Powell on the attack. And he gets the first point of the second set to the Spartans. Powell, as I mentioned, his first action of the season here. And still James can't do much with that serve. And it's Ray Cito. Played for Saint-Nazaire in France. That's where he played in France. And Powell on the attack, cross court with the finish. As I mentioned earlier, Cito's also played in Nuremberg in Germany just this past season. And it's Austin Campion-Smith whose turn to serve. His team leads early, 2-1. Floats across court. Zito handles. The set comes to Zeman, takes something off it. Powell adapts. And Jarvis, but a huge block. Jean Zeman was there. As the serve goes into the net. Was Ryan DeBruin. So it's going to be Joey Jarvis to try his luck back at the service line. A spin serve from him. The set's back to Poulin. Powell's there, but it's off the block and out of bounds. And we are tied at 3. Last week it was 2 matches to 5 sets. We've had the first 3-set match of the day. Only in the second set, but the first one went to the Madawaska MadMen, who are 2 winners so far. As the serve goes long, and it's Pat McLaughlin in the serve for the Spartans. Improving effort from him. The set's down the pipe. Cito. Back row attack, though. He stepped over the attack line on the attack. And it's a backcourt violation. Shame, though, because he hammered that one. Cito handles that one. Mayville the set. Zeman from the back row. Off the net, out of bounds, and he's Spartans pulling away a little bit. McLaughlin putting together a couple fine serves. Let's see how he can continue it here. Nice one once again. Zhukovsky the set. Zeman from the back row into the block and onto the Spartan side. And it's going to be Mathieu Poulin back to serve. Floats this one. And the quick set. And James finishes that one right down the middle. We've seen some nice serves from Sean Powell. See what he can do here. Spins that one just wide, though. Looks like Madawaska had it covered anyway. We'll pull it back a little bit. It's 7-5 in favor of the Magnes Spartans. Manville returns the favor with one of his own into the net. Lucas Coleman having a quick hushed word with his libero. Plotting tactics, floats this one in. The set, Zeman from the back row, net violation on the Spartans. And the MadMen get it right back. And it is Zhukowski. Jarvis handles it, gets it back, takes something off it. Smartly 1 point by Joey Jarvis. The set was a little awkward. He wasn't going to get a chance to really unload on it, so he tapped, just tapped it enough to find the floor. Cito, big block. McLaughlin was in on it, Jarvis was there. And it's a timeout by Madawaska. Howie Grossinger not liking the way things are going. His team trails 10-6. And so we're going to take our first break of this second set. Back from timeout, 10-6 for the Magnes Spartans. It's Phil James, the middle blocker, in to serve. Line drive serve. The set is to Zeman. And the Spartans give up the free ball. Second chance for the MadMen. Hammer down. That is De Bruin with the point. And it is 10-7. Madawaska now having to close the gap a little bit. Lots of time for them here in the second set, however. Cito over bump, hammered down by De Bruin, and there is 1 point back for the MadMen. Cito rather serves up an ace. It is 10-9, just like that. It's a 1 point game. Powerful serve again. The set's to Jarvis. Swipes it off the block, out of bounds. And the Spartans regain the momentum. He was second in the league in perfect sets. He's a former Oscar Marauder. And Poulan, but McLaughlin's there. It's just rattling a little bit. It's rattling the live stream a little bit. Campion Smith. The sets to Poulan. There's a net violation all over the place there. Looks like it was on the way up. And it's the MadMen who get the serve back. It's 12-10. As De Bruin gives the serve right back with the error right into the net. And Joey Jarvis he can bring. Brings the big spin serve there. Poulin handles it. He's going to get the pass back. Jarvis in transition now from the back row. And it's in. And we'll get another serve coming up. His team now leads 14-10. Goes cross court, and it's in for an ace. And Joey Jarvis is bringing it right now. His team up 15-10. Here comes Jarvis once again. He's changed things up a little bit. This time he goes right down the middle at Cito. Zukowski, the one-handed set, nicely finished by Louis-Pierre Merville. And it's Joran Zeman back to serve. Rookie of the Year in the OUA in 07-08 when he played at Queen's University. And the set, Lucas Coleman off the block out of bounds. He's getting it right back. McLaughlin, he's already had a good service game so far. Put a few of them in. Very deliberate routine before his serve, right at Cito. The set, Seaman off the hands of Coleman and out of bounds. So only one serve there for McLaughlin as the MadMen get the serve back. Poulin almost found the spot, over sitting right up there, and Manville hammers it back down again. 16-13 for the Spartans. That's 1 point back for the MadMen. Let's see what Poulin can do this time. Another big serve, this time to the back row. It's going to be a free ball, so chance for the MadMen in transition. Zukowski rather tried to dump it off. Powell tries to finish, but right there, Cito and Manville combining on the block. So there's another point, and it's 16-14. The Spartans lead dwindling. Another nice spin serve, a quick set, and finished nicely by Phil James. Disrupts that momentum just a little bit. Now it's Powell. Floats this one in. Zukowski sets it to Cito. Now a chance in transition, the bump set. It's all over the place for Coleman. He keeps it in. And then Manville off the hands, out of bounds. And it's 17-15. For those of you just joining, it's the second match of the night. We have not needed a fifth set for the first time, or even more than a third set for the first time, as the Soul Machine beat Bounce United in 3 quick sets. And Coleman puts it right into the net, no touch. Sort of a desperate jump to try to poke it over. Goes right into the net though, and it's 17-16, back to a 1 point game. The MadMen took the first set. Manville sets to Powell. Transition opportunity. Manville up there to set. But right there at the net on Zeman. Phil James and Lucas Coleman. Much needed block from those two. They're chasing this one. They're in the lead in the second set, but they're down after that first set. Coleman. Set. Cito comfortably, calmly finished to the backcourt. Time to serve. Jarvis, pardon me. Jarvis puts it to the backcourt. Madawaska can't do much with it. Jarvis. Lovely dig by McGurr. And Cito. It is still going off the roof there. We'll try again. Cito again. Off James's hands. It was blocked, but right out of bounds. And we are tied at 18. Even when there are quick three-set games, we've only had one, but they're all close. They are tied at 18 in the second set. Madawaska unbeaten so far this season. Champion Smith the set. Powell tries to finish. And that is a backcourt violation. Powell started his jump over the attack line. That leads to a timeout as Madawaska has now taken the lead 19-18 as we approach the decisive points of the second set. So they'll pause, they'll talk, and so will I. Floats it in, Jarvis the pass, and finish on the quick set by James. And out of timeout, we're tied once again. And it's going to be James himself to serve this one. Floats it, McGurr. Pass to Zeman, cross court, nice kill from him. Cito goes back to serve. Big booming serve from him, but it goes too far long. And the set once again is tied. Champion Smith floats it cross court. Zeman, got a chance in transition forward, bounce down the pipe comes Coleman. Can't finish it. Madawaska quick set. De Bruin still going. Cito the set, and Zeman cross court finishes it. Good rally from these two teams. Very talented teams. Liam Gray, Georgian College alum, back in to serve. Nice cross-court spin serve, finds the floor for an ace. He is certainly proving his serving prowess. Now it's a 2-point lead for Madawaska. Things have swung the other way. And another one to the back row, but that one is long. It's very close to being in. Madawaska thought it was in, but it was called long. It's going to be Jarvis to serve. Officials have to do the line calls as well. Jarvis puts his serve wide. However, it is 23-21, 2 points away. The Madawaska MadMen from taking a 2-0 stranglehold in this match. Zeman. Wasser handles it. Sets to Coleman. McGurr, nicely dug. Now in transition, Poulin. Coleman back the other way. They'll get another crack at it. Coleman again. Cross court with authority. Is the scoreline in favor of Madawaska as Chris McLaughlin has to find a couple serves as he did earlier. McGurr handles and down the pipe, Ray Cito. Oh my. And now for the second set, Mathieu Poulin back to serve. 24-22. Drives it to Wasser. And Coleman. Cito got to it, but it ends up in the crowd. And so they fend off one set point. And it's going to be Howell. Keep his team alive. Zhikowski sets to Cito off the hands. Jarvis keeps it going. Now Coleman off the antenna. And that is the second set. Madawaska MadMen now have a 2-0 lead. They take this one 25-23. They'll switch ends and we'll be back with you in just a few minutes. So here we go. Is this going to be the second 3-set game of the night, or will the Magnes Spartans be able to rally and force an additional, at least one additional set? The Madawaska MadMen have taken the first two. This coming after a 3-set match earlier this evening involving Soul Machine and Bounce United. Check out the lineups. It's going to be Phil James to start things off the service line. Chris McLaughlin, Joey Jarvis, Austin Campion Smith, Sean Powell, and Lucas Coleman are on the Spartans side. James Madison, Ray Cito, Pedro Zhikowski, Joran Zeman and Jeremy Fanton starting for the MadMen, and Matthew McGurr in at libero. And here we go, fresh new set. Madawaska already up 2-0. James McGurr handles. One-handed set. And indeed, they do call it a lift. Tchaikovsky was too high, too close to the net. He tried to one-hand set it, but he evidently lifted that one. James Fanton. This time it's better. Zeman comfortably finishes that one off. Not really a block for him to deal with, and he puts it nicely into the back court. And we're tied at 1 early. And it's Battison in to serve, but he puts it right into the net. Austin Campion Smith, the setter, back to serve. Floats this one. Tchaikovsky just decides to bump it over. Jarvis now in transition with the opportunity, and he picks up the point. Campion Smith again. Sets to Zeman. Swats it off Jarvis. And then it comes back off Zeman though, and it's a point again for the Spartans. And just as it was the case in the last set, they have a couple points lead now. It's 4-1. And an overbump. Jarvis tries to finish, but now the MadMen with the opportunity. Fanton, McLaughlin, and Powell are there at the net. And it is 5-1 for the Spartans. Austin Campion Smith floats it again. Sets to Zeman. Jarvis is there. Madawaska gets a second crack at it. Goes to Zeman again. This time cross-court kill. No mistake. Joran Zeman. Back to serve. Spin serve, catches a piece of the tape. Powell rolls it over. Transition opportunity for Madawaska. Zeman from the back row finishes it off. It is 5-3 as the gap closes that a little bit. The Powell, but Tchaikovsky is there, right at the net, one-on-one. And Madawaska picks up another one. Zeman, big booming serve, right up at the net. Campion Smith tried to say he was going for it, but I think he was already over the plane of the net and Fanton was there. Zeman takes something off that, almost found a hole. It's going to be a free ball chance in transition. Madawaska goes to Fanton, but right there, one-on-one, Joey Jarvis. Big block that puts the Spartans back in front by 1 at 6-5. Goes cross court, does Jarvis. Quick set, Manville finishes. Jeremy Fanton, the outside hitter. Sheridan College alum. Set. There's a touch there. And the attack by Powell, and so Magnes gets the point on that occasion. And it's going to be Chris McLaughlin back to serve. Team up 5-1. He strung a few together in the last set. Very crucial to his team picking up the victory, so we'll see what happens this time around on the early serve opportunity. McGurr handles. Zeman to finish. And Zeman's been reliable on that right side. And Louis-Pierre Mayville. Serve from him, quick set. And it's blocked by Battison, and there's nobody in the back row. And it floated right back there for a point for Madawaska, and they now lead 8-7. Handled by Coleman. The sets to Powell. Cito's there. Ricocheted a couple times off Powell, so the double hit is called. And it's now a 2-point advantage for Madawaska. Chance to pile it on a little bit. It's Mayville. Gives that one up right into the net. And it is Sean Powell. And he gives it right back with a serve right into the net of his own. And it's double digits now for Madawaska. They're looking to finish off this match. They're up 2 sets. Comparatively quick night's work so far. And Coleman goes with the attack off the block, out of bounds. Point for Magnes, back to being a 1-point game after last week's pair of 5-set barn burners here. It's been a quick one so far. Coleman, cross court. Zeman on the attack. And it finds the corner. This time from the left side. Cito's back to serve the Spartans. Now they're going to have to pay attention because we can bring them. Fresh off the season in Germany. Takes a little something off that. Powell. Set shot over to Jarvis, but Battison's there on the block. It's 12-9 in favor of Madawaska. And Brenda Willis decides that's time to call time. Timeout. MadMen lead 12-9 over the Magnes Spartans. Madawaska is 2-0. Spartans are 1-1. Nice serve from Cito for an ace. Just plunged to the floor. Nothing Coleman can do on that, really. Just dove down right in front of them. Pounds another one in. Sets to Coleman. McGurr gets to it. Not much the MadMen can do on it, and it is Now the Spartans into double digits. It's 13-10. Sets to Phantom off the block, out of bounds. As it's one and done from the service line for Phil James. Week off next week in the league. We're back with you though June the 28th. Full disclosure, I actually won't be with you that week, but I imagine I will be the following week as Madison goes into the net. Just played on the beach in his time. Champion Smith floats it. Phantom handles. The sets to Zeman. Just carves a shot down the line there. Wasser, not much you can do there. And it's the MadMen. Quite comfortable now. 15-11. Zeman's going to come again. Powerful serve, over bump of the net, Phantom's there to finish. They're starting to run away with it, are the MadMen. Another one of those over bumps that Phantom sees, tempting at the net, and he's there to hammer it back down. Zeman brings another spin serve. Jarvis tries to finish, but it's long. We thought it was in for a minute. It's now 17-11, and the MadMen in control, looking to finish this off in straight sets. Champion Smith. Coleman comes down the pipe and finishes. Much needed point for the Spartans. Goes to McGurk. And down the pipe, Cito. There's a block at the net. And it was Cito coming over the attack line again, so it is another point for the Spartans. And now chasing. They've got to have back at the service line, though, Joey Jarvis. Big spin serve from him. The set to Zeman, and can he finish? Champion Smith is there, and Phantom, with a little tip, sitting right up at the net, wins the point. It's Jeremy Phantom, second team OCAA All-Star in his time at Sheridan College, but he puts the serve long. Spartans trailing by 4. Laughlin off the tape and just inches out of bounds. And it's Louis-Pierre Mayville back for Madawaska. His team 6 points away from taking this match. Mayville, Jarvis gets to it. Sets to Powell, off the hands. Phantom tries to chase it down. Oh, look out. Spartans take that point, by the way. So look out, because Pedro Zhukowski was bearing down on a few people who were sitting courtside. Cito. And then back to Cito. He finishes. Sam Cloak and Eric Perrell checking back in. Champion Smith and Powell taking a seat. It's Zhukowski who's going to serve. Goes cross court. Cloak tries to set up James, but it's blocked. Couple guys in on it. Liam Gray back in to serve. We saw him put up an ace in the last set. His team 4 points away from taking this match. We'll see what he can do here. Spin serve from there. Cloak to set. Down the pipe is Jarvis, but there is a net violation. It is going to be Lucas Coleman, one of the big point getters on the Spartans. Here's another one who's at home, the former Ryerson Ram. Fans the set, Cito. Well over his head. Either the timing was off or the set was way too high, and Cedar could only watch helplessly as it fell to the floor. It is a bit of good fortune for the Spartans. Coleman again. McGurr handles a one-handed set. Battiston has to improvise as well. And then Jarvis spins it out of bounds. Cito, 3 points away from victory. All from the other side on the court. Looks very much like I'm going to finish ahead of them tonight. They're still in the second set over in the ladies' game. This is new for me. Ray Cito. Nice spin serve from him. Cloak has to chase it down to make the set. Checks his run, and Corral puts that one long. 2 points away from match point. And it's Cito. Nice booming serve from him. The set's to Jarvis. That one finishes for the Spartans. And Phil James gives it up. Serve right into the net, brings up match point. And they'll have quite a few chances at it. It's 24-18 for the Madawaska MadMen. James Battison to serve. He floats it. Jarvis to Cloak. Cloak to Corral. Nicely finished there, though. Right down to the floor. A lot of work to do, though. Eric Corral. 24-19. Cito. The quick set, but there's McLaughlin there on the block. And the Spartans never say die. 24-20, pardon me. Still, again, match point. And Zeman forces it over. And they get another chance, though. Fanton cross court. Dug up well. And Jarvis, but there is the big block at the net. Louis Pierre Manville brings an end to this one. The third set score 25-20. So 3 quick sets. The Madawaska MadMen remain unbeaten. They're 3-0 on this season. They beat the Magnes Spartans in 3 sets. So we're going to wrap things up tonight quickly, much quicker than last week with our 2 5-set games. So we'll take a week off next week, and we'll see you back on the 28th. My name is Gavin Day. I hope you enjoyed things, everybody, but we'll wrap things up now, and we will talk to you soon.